I.
And I.
We're proud to say a warm welcome one and all.
Time for our play. First begun in a well-trained Kent a fair while ago.
Developed for over a year in the Dern.
A show with a new end, inspired by local kids.
It's great.
About the kind of future they'd like to see.
Just wait.
Look at this, a bare stage. No set, no scenery.
Why could have Spielberg, surround sound, CGI, a budget of zillions?
Daniel Radcliffe to play your part.
We've done better than that. We've given it heart. We're telling this tale in a very old-fashioned way.
Story and music and song.
And just to say, young dancers as battling dinosaurs, mutant rats,
Dancing careers.
orange overalls,
White safety hats.
Also, if you please, with your imagination.
Time to start.
A tale, in so many ways, the story of a heart.
Of Harry Woodman, ex-miner.
And the hearts of his family.
His grandkids, Megan and Jake.
His community. Heart of a wood that became the core.
Beneath all of it,
The pulsing,
vibrating,
breathing, heart of the pit.
Love you, Grandad.
We got Jermy Dodgers.
It's for a school project.
Yeah.
About the future of local communities.
Go on, a story, please.
I've got no stories left in me. I'm cleaned right out, and so's Ruddy Coal Pit. Do you understand? Go on, get back to your bedrooms, pair on you, go on.
Aww.
2 kids, brother and sister. Little Jammy Dodger, Jake.
And Megan the Mighty, the Karate Queen.
Both feeling unloved by their granddad.
Megan is a mighty 13 years old.
And 3 months.
She knows it all.
Snapchat, Insta, influencer, black belt karate, self-defenser, vlogging, shade and tea. Missy, don't you mess with me.
Scared of them. Scared for them.
Off that phone now and into bed.
So unfair.
Megan's brother, Jake.
Zapow! Zapow!
Aged 8 in Earth years.
BMX, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Mario, Enjoy Day, Nerf Gun, Force One, UFO, Jermy Dodgers, Sausage Pasta, Chips and Cake, T-Rex, Top Trump, I am Jake.
Turn it off and get to sleep. You've heard me.
Megan and Jake might know him from somewhere.
Megan.
With a face in a phone.
Megan.
Will you leave me alone?
Megan.
A keep out sign on her door.
Megan.
Always looking for something more.
Megan.
Get lost.
Love her, but why does she have to take everything so personally? Jake.
Stop rocking that chair.
Jake.
What's going on in there?
Jake.
You've had your chips.
No way! No chips, no receiver today!
Jake.
Alright, scream!
Love him, but why does he have to take everything so literally?
Their mum, Bonnie, just me, just the one, just about making it, just about making ends meet.
Of the street, just catching my breath on the verge of getting the kids to school on time. I'm fine, of getting myself to work only just on the verge of getting the sack that might make tea. On the verge for once of making it out for the night, just me. But the kids just now on the
So no go yet. You two need to take it easy on your granddad. He's still upset.
Harry Woodman. Woody, if they're asking for me at welfare. How it was before? Oh, kids would beg me for stories.
Now the ball!
A story out of your mouth about the olden days.
Come on then. And I'd tell them about waiting for a pit bus in dark before dawn. About falling in lift cage faster than a speeding bullet, down to a clanging, pulsing, vibrating world, travelling in underground railways and in boats through flooded tunnels out into the searing heat at Coil Face, where bare-chested men hewed fossilised sun energy from the ancient forest ferns. I can still see sometimes on Coil the marks of them leafy fronds, and I can see marks at Coil on me.
And it's shown once more the blue-black tattoos on his skin. His crooked finger.
And each time a different story.
A giant mutant rat come jumping out of one of Coil buckets, tried to bite it off. He'd have got me round throat if it hadn't been for Dead-Eye Dinger cracking him with his pit hammer.
Like Clara of Avengers!
Yeah.
Woody's mates were like underground superheroes, all with special names and powers.
Dingus!
Dave Bell.
Ringo.
His ears.
Eggy, Spud, Chalky, Chili, Pothead!
Pothead.
Work it out, love.
2000 and Finnan.
Well, one last pit number, 881.
But Woody's right-hand man was Barnsley-born Peter Warren, known to his mates as Rabbit, the joker of the pit. It was Rabbit who put jam in pockets, custard in boots, grease on on tool handles and tadpoles in tap water.
Hey, we got him back once though. We put live rabbits in his locker. They're probably down there now, breeding like
Mutant rats!
Woody and Rabbit. For years after they'd closed the colliery, you'd still find them together, laughing and joking and playing Johns down welfare. Till the night Banachek came for Rabbit.
Banachek. Woody and Rabbit's a name for the knocker, the shadowy spirit of the coal mine.
Banachek!
A whisper in the dark, tap of hammer in an abandoned pit shaft, scrape of an up-nailed boot.
one night. Rabbit were late getting to welfare. He'd been walking fast. Yeah, he got red-faced and he were panting and coughing. But don't we all? Legacy of working down pit, breathing coal dust. But he says, serious faces, he says, I had to leg it, I knows. He says, I could hear his boots coming up behind me. It were Banachek. Well, we're laughing like notices, and then suddenly there's a crack from under the table. Like a banger or a snapper. We leap back, we're spilling beer everywhere. Then there's only Rabbit laughing. He's going, he's laughing and he's coughing. And that was the last laugh he had on us. Because next day, we went into hospital and he never came back.
Something in Woody never came back either. says the mum. Your granddad's heart, after all these years, bless him, well, it's still in the pit. He'd been losing his old mates one by one, and now Rabbit, it's hit him hard. Life goes on, but his heart is still in the pit.
All gone.
Later, as the kids settle, Mum's still thinking she'll make it out for the night. There's a sudden noise from the kitchen. Something falling. Something cracking.
Not good. She runs downstairs. It's not just a broken cup, she's sure of that. Bonnie's been dreading this, but she knows the drill from the first aid course at work. She goes into automatic to get her dad breathing again, whilst Megan, in shock, but suddenly putting on years, calls the hospital on a mobile phone.
Jake's gone silent. Oh, serious face, eyes wide with fear. He's still like that when the ambulance comes though. When Bonnie asks if he's alright, he nods. Okay.
And Megan, who's won her mum's trust, waves them off with Woody in the ambulance and promises she'll look after her little brother and she will keep in touch by text.
Jake is sent to his room. School tomorrow no matter what. But while Megan sets up camp in the front room, phone at the ready, telly on quiet in the corner, he wakes up with a start, jumps out of bed, pulls on his clothes and starts shoving stuff into his school bag. Oh, a cork-firing toy rifle his granddad got him when his mum wouldn't buy him a Nerf gun. Oh, yes, Woody's old snap tin containing Jake's Jurassic Park top trumps. Oh, a packet of Jermy Dodgers. A bowl of water and his can't go anywhere without it. Nintendo Switch. Then he writes a note.
For his sister to find 20 minutes later. She's been on the phone to her mum who's been trying to reassure her. Well, doing an operation to clear his arteries. He'll pull through. Tough as old pit boots. But there's uncertainty in her voice. And when Megan hears the click of the latch, she turns round to check that Jake isn't out of bed earwigging.
Oh, he's out of bed, all right. And out of the house as well. Pinning his note to the door. Gone to fetch Grandad's hat from pit. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, Jake.
Megan starts running. Like some warrior chief's burial mound, a grassy hillock covering the remains of the pithead.
On which Jake now stands, toy rifle at the ready, casting a long shadow into the late summer sun.
Megan arrives, having run all the way, catches a breath, and lets rip.
What are you up to, Jake? It's not some game we're playing. Grandad's proper ill. His heart's not actually here. Just a saying, Mum's sick with worry. If she knew where you were, she'd... No, you're back home with me right now. Come on, it's getting dark. Let's go.
Get off me! I know what I'm doing. We're here soon. If the bus, then down, faster bullet. And kids, like Grandad told us, railway, around river, look out, mutant rat attack, fight him up, zap pow, find Grandad's sharks, bring it back.
And what can she say? He's upset, but so is she, but Mum has left her in charge. But it's like when Jake was a toddler. You tell him a story at bedtime and he'd wake up terrified. The big bad wolf, the bogeyman.
It's a dream. All in your imagination.
A dream, lass? Aye, I could make a case for that, aye. But there's no time now for a debate. No. We've got to get on with it, lass, before it's too late.
You're the...
No, we don't use the G word, lass, no. I'm toast. Not some Scooby-Doo type ghost. Oh, no. I'm on double overtime with the everlasting late shift. And you've got to come with me if Woody is to live. Quick, here comes the bus.
Onto a mobile phone like a life belt. She wants to call her mum. She knows she should call her mum.
But her fingers won't do what they're told. Jake is smiling and holding Rabbit by the hand.
It's time to get down to it.
No way.
Yes way. Did the Grandad never tell the story of Alice in Wonderland?
Then, as the sun dips past the horizon, there's a flash of green light. The ground opens up beneath them, and a cage...
with Megan, Little Jake, Rabbit and the everlasting late shift falls faster than a speeding bullet to the depths below. Rabbit talk all the way down. Funny jokes, facts and figures, anything to keep the kids from screaming with fear.
Finally, there's a kind of sideways twist. The cage lands with a slight but unexpected jolt, and out they tumble into hell. Slams into the two children.
Jake, all bravado knocked out of him, crumples into Megan,
who, fighting a fear, grabs a mobile phone and presses emergency call again and again and
10 million ton of coal above us. Rock. Take a deep breath, lass.
They breathe. The noise abates. A light breeze from the lift shaft tickles their backs.
Think of it as a dream. Or a story. Except you're in it.
Like a game, a computer game.
Well, aye, if you must, but there's no repeats, and there's only one mission. To bring back your grandfather's heart.
Will he save his life?
Well, put it this way, lass. Without it, he's got no chance.
Right then. What's next?
Rabbit and the late shift show them what look like big iron bathtubs, all lined up on an underground railway.
This'll take you where you need to go. I'm going to stay here on watch, but Dinger and the lads will look after you. Right? I fetched you these from pit top. Yeah, a helmet and a brass tally. Now keep hold of them, because we'll need them when you come back out. We need to know who's down there like, yeah? In an emergency.
Then they pile into the empty tubs. And with the jarring clanks and jerks, the underground train begins its long journey to the coalface.
As it rattles through the tunnel, shadowy figures emerge and dissolve through the walls. Huge machines at first, with iron teeth, ripping coal from the sea.
Men in flimsy shorts sweating as they shovel it onto conveyor belts. Steel hydraulic pillars and timber pit props.
Blind ponies pulling tubs. A canary singing in a cage.
Men swinging their axes from side to side.
Hurriers, women in long frocks, harnessed like horses, pulling baskets of coal. Little girls and boys no older than Jake, hunched together in the pitch dark.
Pale, grime-smeared faces, pitiful eyes. Ever so often a muffled explosion, screams and cries from far away. From long ago.
From long ago.
Memories.
Says Dinger.
No less real now than we are.
The laughter at this doesn't reassure Megan and Jake, and they're glad when the track ends and they clamber out the tubs to walk. On they march for another 100 yards, Dinger leading the way, the roof of the tunnel bearing down until they can go no further, with its wooden arches like the crypt of a church. The coalface.
The late shift gathers round respectfully, as if waiting for a service to begin.
There's nothing to look at, just a seam of black coal gleaming in the lamplight.
The children feel their confidence drain away. They're stuck down an abandoned mine with a bunch of...
But then it gets worse, melting out the seam as if made of coal itself. A black, hooded figure.
Don't be afraid.
Well, of course, when men in black hoods say things like that, it just makes you...
Even more terrified.
And then,
Hungry!
because there's a smell of...
Chips and sausage pasta.
And the sweet fragrance of...
Chocolate cake.
Ooh, they must be starving.
Ravenous.
Before them, out of thin air, a feast appears.
So hungry.
Jake reaches for a fat, juicy chip.
Get off me.
The underworld, Hades, we did it at school, eat their food and you stay here forever.
But even as she speaks, her own hand is heading for the chocolate cake.
Eat now, pay later.
It's shoved into her fist.
Jammy dodges.
Not Hades' food, brought them with me.
Give me that.
A mistake. Megan's martial arts training quite literally kicks in.
Hiya!
There's a whistle under the hood, a scratching, a scampering, and the biscuits are once again under attack.
Rats! A rippling wave of rats along the tunnel and up the walls.
Instantly, as if all this was expected, Dinger and the late shift are wielding pit hammers and laying into the rats like an army of Norse gods.
Megan keeps Banachek busy with her karate skills.
Hiya! Hiya! Hiya!
It's all going her way.
Until it appears out of the coal bucket like Woody said. Size of a tiger, teeth like a shark, black beady eyes on Megan and ready to leap. The giant mutant rat!
Look out!
Jake grabs a rifle from his bag and pulls the trigger. It goes! Pop!
A cork bounces off the mutant rat.
It is, after all, a pop gun.
The rat leaps.
Jake, in blind panic, pulls the trigger again and again.
Zap pow! Zap pow!
As if shouting is enough, only this one time.
Zap pow! Zap pow!
It is!
A bolt of pure antimatter shoots from the nozzle, blasting the rat into another universe and taking its rat army with it. But at the same time,
Zap pow! Zap pow!
Like the dynamite once used down pit, it blows a huge hole in the coal face.
Zap pow!
just as Megan lands a pile driver on Banachek.
Hiya!
And down he goes!
Hey! Cheers from the late shift and the mutant rats. Handshakes, backslapping high fives. Dinger helps Banachek to his feet.
And Megan and Jake look on astonished as Banachek pulls back his hood to reveal
Rabbits, 2 furry ears.
Hey, nice one.
but Megan isn't having any.
So, what was all that about? If Banachek's not real, what about Grandad's heart? Is this all some sick joke? Because if it is, I need to wake up right now.
Easy. Banachek's real enough, but he's not a person as such. No, he's a force that keeps us in check. It won't let us toasts go past the coal face to the deep past where Woody's heart is hidden. Now you do martial arts. Yeah? We needed to harness your chi, yours and Jake's. Your force, your inner power, to blast a hole in the coal face. Have a look.
The explosion has hollowed a huge cave out the coal, and running through it, an underground river. There's a rowing boat moored to the edge of the bank.
So we're on his own?
Where's the engine?
No. You see the shadowy figure at the back of the boat? Well, that's the faceless ferryman. He'll take you where you need to go. Now, it's usual to pay 2 coins for the ride, but he'll accept anything from you as long as it's something really precious to you.
She just knows. They both know.
For Grandad.
Says Megan, handing over her iPhone 19X.
For Grandad.
Repeats Jake, as he drops a pop gun into the sack, sees the look on his sister's face, sighs, and offers up his Nintendo Switch.
Right, that's your tickets paid for. Now, give me your helmets and your brass tallies. And be careful how you get on that little boat. All right? Right, Dinger, Spud, and the rest of you, and all you, let's give 'em all an everlasting late shift cheer. Oggy, oggy, oggy. Oggy, oggy, oggy. 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 Oggy, oggy, oggy.
And away they glide, with a faceless ferryman, into the mists of time.
Tudors, Normans,
Saxons, Vikings,
nights, days.
years, centuries.
They weren't underground anymore.
Or maybe the ground isn't where it was before.
Images appear and disappear along the riverbank, like flicking backwards in the pages of a history book.
Roman soldiers.
Fascinating.
Since leaving the pit, it's been one thing after another.
Kelsey Kent hunters.
Megan's sick of it.
Neolithic Kent oysters.
Time travel sick.
Not so fast.
Cavemen.
Who cares?
Mammoth.
Slow down, will you?
Wow, dinosaurs, hold on.
The boat lifts in the water and rocks gently.
They drift on in silence through a steaming swamp.
The ferryman didn't face us anymore. He's vanished completely.
Now look what you've done.
What I've done.
Ripples in the water beside the boat.
You and your stupid dinosaurs.
You and your slow down, I feel sick.
First the eyes, then the head, then the neck.
All your fault.
Then the see it.
Big as a tank, spines on his back, teeth like razors.
Intelligence 10, curating 9, Spinosaurus!
Blast him with your antimatter gun.
Left him a bit. Go on top trump.
What use is? Wait, what beats Spinosaurus?
T-Rex.
Pass me the card.
Accepted dinner in Jurassic Park.
The creature raises its head, ready to strike.
What do you say when you play?
An attribute, jaw strength, go for jaws.
Megan flicks the card toward the dinosaurs.
And here he comes, crashing through the swamp. Everyone's favorite Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Game on!
Waves rock the boat as the giant reptiles grab and gash at each other. They're about to be tipped into the swamp.
When they feel a fluttering breeze at their backs, the pages of history turn backwards once again and the dinosaurs vanish from sight.
And so does the boat.
They fall almost gently onto wet earth. Struggling to their feet, they find themselves on a muddy beach beside a wide sea and a forest of tree ferns that stretches forever.
What's that?
A metre-long centipede crawls between them.
Gross.
A dragonfly the size of an helicopter buzzes over Megan's head.
Get us out of here.
We have to complete the mission. Grandad's heart.
From the volcanic vents, deep in the ocean, reaching out into the oxygen-rich land, the pulse of life itself, growing, striving, fighting for air. A new fern tree is growing. Two little fronds curling together to make the most perfect heart.
They look for something to dig it out, but it comes away easily in their hands.
What now?
Go home.
Rabbit said it was like a story. How does it happen in stories?
As I consider this, as the sun dips past the horizon, there's a flash of green light, a rush of wind.
And, like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, they are whirled up to the sky. They can hear cheering, and down below a brass band playing, with a sound that greets them back where they began, on the grassy hillock that covers the remains of the pit head, is altogether less friendly.
Do you kids realise all the worry you've caused?
What to say?
What to say? We say...
No need to take it so personally.
So literally got a bit lost.
Really dark out here. Couldn't see that no.
Wouldn't think his hat was actually in a pit.
Why didn't you?
Phone must have run out of charge. Didn't realise it.
We've come out to look for...
something to buy for Grandad, but the shops are closed. So we couldn't.
So here we are.
And look, we found this.
A plant.
Which doesn't go down too well because what she's holding in her hand is a large lump of coal.
Kids! They shove them into the back of a police car and they run them to the hospital.
Bonnie's too upset to tell them off. She rushes them straight to intensive care to see their granddad.
He's had painkillers, so he's woozy. Takes a lump of coal as if he's been expecting it. Smiles when he sees the fossilised firm heart.
I told thee about this, didn't I? This is carboniferous. From years and years and years ago when trees were growing and then turned into coil. Bit like me now. Ancient history.
Megan puts the coal on the bedside table along with the flowers and the get well cards.
And Jake begins to cry because it hasn't worked.
And Megan cries too, and their mum, because that was Woody's way of saying goodbye, but they don't give up on him.
Little Jake and me may not always be apples of your eye, but we love you so, don't lose faith in us, please don't say goodbye. Now we understand more what lies behind all those tales you tell. Mates that stood by you, strength to battle through times when it was hell. We act clever, but we don't know it all. So much yet to learn. With some help from you, we can make a change when we get our turn. Little Jake and me have a story that no one will believe, but we swear it's true, every single word, as we live and breathe. You're the only one that we trust to tell all our secrets to. So where would we be, little Jake and me, Granddad without you? Where there's life, there's hope. Take some heart from us. We have so much pride in all you have done. Granddad, we need you standing by our side. Our side.
Where there's life, there's hope, and sometimes the other way round.
You'd not be that surprised, just a few months later, to see Bonnie Woodman out for the night with her mate.
On the verge of having an extremely good time.
Because Grandad is back home with the kids.
Pacemaker, bypass, beta blockers, but at least I'm not buttered toast. Now then, kids, how many times do I have to tell you that I believe you? Every single word. I mean, me that told you about rats and banner check, weren't it? And cage lift and rabbit and late shift. They couldn't have made all that up. Mind you, antimatter were a bit of a stretch, lad. But rest on it, ponies and little uns in pit and giant leaves that turned into core, that's all true. Now then, what about this project they're doing at school? It's something to do with coil fields, isn't it?
It's about the environment. It's an assembly, the whole class. You could come in and do it with us.
And me, I could come too.
The school hall, crammed full of noisy children and their families. Megan's class teacher, Mrs. Gowan.
Followed by Mr. Fletcher, the deputy head.
Quiet, please. That goes for you, Jason. And you, Marie-Louise.
You're excited, of course. And so are we. But it's time to find out what Megan and classmates have been up to with the help and support of family members. Now, one of which, who despite a recent heart operation, has insisted on being here today with his grandchildren. So please, can we have a very warm welcome to Megan and Jake's grandfather, Harry Woodman.
It's just Woody, he'll do. Whew, blimey. It's a long time since I've been in a school assembly. But, seems like only a day or four yesterday. There I am, sat on back row with you lot there, making farting noises. Oh, sorry. I were a cheeky devil, at school. I were centre half in footy team, strong legs and broad shoulders. My father were a collier, well paid and well respected. And I was so proud to follow him down pit. But that's his history. It's all his history. And I've got the scars to prove it. Yeah, got a couple more now, to be honest. Anybody who's in Zipper Club will know what I mean by it. It really churns you up when you have to shake hands with old Boney up there. I don't know, it really makes you think about things that's buried deep beneath the surface, and you bring them up to the top. Things that really, really matter. Like these as kids and as grandkids who are thinking now about what sort of world they want to be brought up in. And it's not all about McDonald's and computer games and holidays in Florida. I mean, there's a bit of that, isn't there? It's bound to be. But no, mostly it's about things closer to home. They're thinking about what they wish for their families and the communities, and dare I say it, for the planet. So I think now we should give them a fair hearing and some encouragement.
Oh outside our school.
Dodgy cars with a promo wheelchair sent too busy.
The school bus to pick us up when our parents are busy. The snacks and drop off for folk who can't get around.
Or a neighbourhood medical centre would be sound.
Or a hospital closer to home.
On a quiet street, a pub style hangout where kids with problems can be.
Decent job! A vet. A community public library. A swap shop. Arcades with great games. Virtual reality. Coffee shops. The kind you see in other places. Where families and friends sit and chat with smiling faces. A technology centre. Nice houses without any damp. Every shadow original lit up by a shining street lamp. Community police. More boots on the streets are signs. Activity clubs for our youth. One of every kind. Football pitches. Laser tag. Centres with special facilities from roots of new music and drama with disability. Canals and rivers. War. Allotments. Laser job. Fun. More regular trains and buses. One stand has to be run. Support for new mothers and babies. One stand for small. Help for the poor and for homeless with nothing at all. I built a huge plant house and bring one left up for me where we grow all kinds of fresh food and give it for free. What if we need more rubbish bins? It's a disgrace. All those tin cans, stone food, glass bottles that litter the place. We'll have a big massive clean up.
Graffiti. Parks.
Roads! A lot.
And be proud as punch of the place where we live.
Why not?
Then to celebrate a festival.
Every season a treat.
Inflatable. Barbecue. Parades. Dancing in the streets.
Super screen cinema.
Sports.
Rides. A water fight.
In winter singing round a fire pit.
All through the night.
Millions of years ago, here it was all fresh air. No people like us or animals anywhere. Just millions of fern trees, some as tall as 10 stories.
And millions of mini and mega-sized creepy crows. And millions of wriggly things swimming about in the sea.
And what all this has to do with you and me? When those millions died and rotted away, they became the coal, gas and oil we burn today.
This causes climate change.
To put in reverse, planting millions of trees is one way to break the curse.
They put oxygen back.
Solar, wind and wave power are clean.
Need truckloads of that for our future world to be green.
All that life's energy trapped in here. It did its job and we did ours. But now this world, this planet, it needs some tender, loving care. So, we'll look for some green shoots, yeah? We'll look to the future, your future. And me, well, that's why my heart is up here now, in the sunshine, with you.